a while since it's been you and me at a broadcast. I think War3 Champions season finals was the last time. Would you do me the honor and introduce these wonderful two players?
Oh, I absolutely would love to do that, Neo. And in the bottom left of Northern Isles, we have from Peru, but residing in New York, currently it is Hunter.
Whoops, wrong file selected. But hey, let's try this again in the upper left-hand side.
Yeah, and our Red Orc player, it is from Canada, KiWiKaKi.
That one was right. Kinda got the Night Elf mixed up. Anyway, everybody, this is a Farseer, and since this is KiWiKaKi, we expected nothing else.
Yeah, definitely. There was a question mark whether or not it would be the Headhunter or the Grunt opener. So far, it is going to be Grunt, which of course is the standard way generally to play against Night Elf. So sometimes you can almost just substitute the Blade Master for a Farseer and then just play standard Grunt Shaman from there with an expansion on tier 2. So we may see a relatively standard KiWiKaKi just with his favored first hero.
All right, and I was a little worried that we see the typical Demon Hunter opening, especially in South America, or from South American players. They still give a lot of love to the Demon Hunter, but in this matchup, is there anything better than a Keeper of the Grove?
Yeah, it's pretty strong, especially if you are thinking about versus Headhunters. If you can get level 2 Entangle, you pretty much one-shot them, similar to how we see against Footman in the Night Elf against Human matchup. But sometimes even, if you know your opponent is going to be playing the Farseer, you could see Warden at times. That's something Arc has tried. I think that's something we've seen even from Foggy in the past. Even against Blade Master, Foggy's done it. So Warden is a possibility, but seeing as though Hunter in map 1 is going for the Keeper, and of course he knows Kiwi's going to be playing the Farseer, we'll probably see this throughout the series.
Yeah, and now I'm really curious how Kiwi plays this, if he made some kind of theory crafting in between season. Did he pick some plays off of focus? Could be a nice last hit for Hunter. This Murloc is Hunter hunting the Huntsman.
Well, he does get it, and he goes for the Entangle on the Grunt. He does have one more Entangle, so this should be a dead Grunt. That Ensnare might cost Hunter an Archer, but obviously that's a very, very good trade if you are a Hunter fan, so he's going to get it. The Deny actually does come in. Really nicely done from KiWiKaKi, but it's still a Grunt loss at the end of the day.
That's true, and that's not that great. Was moving out a little too far. I mean, no experience on the Keeper is always a nice thing. Keep it low, below level 2.5, and obviously 3. But you don't want to lose this 200 gold investment. Nice Shadow Melt by Hunter as well, keeping this Archer up. We learned that he's straight coming from work, so no real warm-up possible for Hunter, but that's not showing yet.
Yeah, he maybe can steal the dust. He probably will. Oh, I don't think the shop targeted his Keeper there, so he's going to get the dust stolen away from him by Kiwi, and then Kiwi maybe can find this Archer. Hunter did misrally a couple of Archers there, so now they're all meeting up at the same time. But KiWiKaKi, with really just a Farseer right now, seems to be enough to pressure these Archers back for the time being, because, of course, Keeper's out of mana.
For now, but the good thing about Night Elves is they get mana and HP back for free to take a little bath in the Moonwells. We have an uncharacteristic play by Hunter here. No mass tier 1, no Huntress early, no expansion. Just going tier 2, and that screams for Dryads.
Yeah, normally Hunter, at least when he was playing that Demon Hunter you mentioned earlier, he would go for a lot of Archers, sometimes 7, 8, 9 Archers, and then pressure a lot on tier 2 with a Naga, whereas this time, just building 4 from what I can see. That last hit, I think with the way of, yeah, it does go the way of KiWiKaKi, almost a level 2 Farseer now, but the Wolves have been feeding a lot of experience so far. A missed Deny there, maybe a Deny here. Yeah, nicely done.
And now Hunter's in a little bit of trouble with only level 2.3. Yeah, he got that Grunt, but he also lost his Archer. There's another Ensnare. Illusions used very early on by Kiwi. Surprisingly so. Doesn't want to get surrounded after an Entangle, maybe?
Yeah, a little bit of a weird choice, for sure. I can only imagine it's for the Surround Denying, but you can also do that with the Wolves that he's pretty consistently have. He didn't have a summon before, but of course now he does. And one more charge to scout later on. The Tauren Chieftain comes out and starts creeping, and it will just be a couple of headhunters, grunts, and shamans, and the lores and the tier 3 tech are coming up for hunters. So maybe not a ton of dryads, but definitely 6 archers and definitely some bears in the future, and now a panda.
Haha. I like that. That's some good AoE and a good mischance. As Kiwi is switching to one of his favorite units to headhunters, that's definitely worth it. Against grunts, I wouldn't like the panda too much, but against the headhunter follow-up, pretty good.
And it has some late game potential where the keeper doesn't. No chain lightning, so the last hit will go the way of Hunter. Very close there by Kiwi. He's got quite good Farseer control, and he almost does snag that, but the Healthstone goes the way of the panda. And now maybe the Ancient Warrior towards the lab for Hunter. So he can pressure with the keeper that has a little bit of mana, and the panda can happily creep. But the Tauren Chieftain, of course, is already quite a bit ahead in experience.
Yeah, but how much of an impact will this TC really do, I wonder? I mean, against bears, a bigger one than against only dryads. But what does the keeper do if Hunter decides to only go dryads?
True, yeah. It's not going to do a ton, and normally you also would go mana burn at times to deal with the Farseer and the Tauren Chieftain, but I suppose, I mean, the Stomp's going to be decent. The Entangle will be decent for a little while, but now the Shamans are coming out, so both players are going to have a little bit of a strange hero choices in the late game, but
yeah.
Both the Panda and the Tauren Chieftain are capable of carrying.
First Stomp hits well, the Entangle a little too late. First Archer goes down and the Wolf is ready to block, but Hunter is in with the deny, so no big levels yet. 1-2 on the Orc side, 2-1 on the Night Elf side. Sounds perfectly balanced.
Yeah, so many denies recently. You guys were talking about that on the European broadcast. People are so closely paying attention to the denies nowadays, and we can see it having an impact on the experience, like you mentioned, but now Kiwi is going to steal away the Null Overseer, and he could get an Aura, and he's going to get one that's not the greatest for him. Yeah, immediately towards the shop. And would have liked the Flute of Accuracy there. Is he going for a tier 3 tech, by the way? No, he's just going for the expansion instead. And so far, Hunter doesn't seem to be in a position to cancel said expansion.
Does he even know? Is the next question. Panda's very tanky, that's good. Needs some more time to get these bears out. Master training at 2/3. Keeper scouting a little bit. Has a staff, has an orb. With that he becomes a pretty good damage dealer. But might be a little bit out of position as well. Keeper baits KiWiKaKi away to the left-hand side, so his base is safe. How many bears do we got out? How many lore units in general do we have out? I see 2 dryads. That's not much.
Not much at all, really, and this could be a decent timing for Kiwi to find a fight, but that orb is actually so useful now. It's going to make it difficult. And Kiwi, he's going for a second barracks, and when we've seen this in the past from Kiwi, it's been for Burning Oil Demolishers, but maybe it's just for a whole lot of Headhunters here. This is definitely his favorite unit.
Yeah, and even if he at some point decides to go for Burning Oil, then he would take a decisive fight prior to the tier 3 finishing anyway, so chances of seeing them are relatively low.
True. We'll cross that bridge when we get there, though, Neil.
For sure. Yeah. Sorry. But Hunter really has to scout more. I feel like he's using a lot of his mana just for Entangle on Wolves, which is not the perfect way of using the Keeper's mana, I think. Scouting would be better, but now we got Treants and we got the first fight. The Stomp is nice. We got Lightning Shield, but also on the other side, Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, and it does hurt the Headhunters quite a bit. Bear in trouble, but so are the ranged units for KiWiKaKi.
Yeah, very clunky fight here. A Zeppelin wouldn't help either player, most likely. So much anti-air. A Bear comes in for another rejuve, could be used on top of that Keeper right now, but the Town Portal instead. One Dryad gonna fall at the end of the day. Seems like both players lost a lot, but Hunter gets out of there with a ton of units. But as you mentioned, no scouting at all. Has Hunter maybe been too preoccupied trying to get this Panda to level 3, trying to get to tier 3 for the Bears, and now the expansion for Kiwi is mining with both a tower and a burrow. It's going to be hard to win a fight over there.
Yeah, definitely agree. And he's also getting the rest of the middle, can make a pit stop to the marketplace if he wants to, or just creep jack, because the Wolf is on point. The scouting looks nice. And now he needs this level 3 so bad. Gets it. Item on the ground, pair up the Vitality. Might get a little greedy. No full commitment by KiWiKaKi, but maybe that's changing now that he sees that the Bear's ensnared.
Oh, really nice stomp there right after the haze to deny the fire on top of everything. It still lands, but the heal scroll counters it at least afterwards. Not many units, but 2 bears now reinforced in for Hunter. Going to be able to heal up that panda. There could be a purge over top. Yes, there is, but still the health stone. This next stomp, not quite enough mana for it, but it would be a money stomp. He wants that mana so badly. The headers are kiting back, but the bears are getting on top, and this is going to be a massacre soon.
Wait, okay, a couple of headhunters are falling, but so are the bears. But of course, Hunter is getting faster reinforcements if he reproduces in the fight. Finally, Farseer 3. Keeper has no mana anymore. Same goes for the Brewmaster. And there is no way out for Hunter. He has to take that fight. Has to rely on the right clicks, basically, and a little bit of Roar and Reju and Dispel. Once again, Kiwi losing quite a bit. Supply is still even, and Hunter is still alive.
Yeah, Kiwi is going tier 3 behind this, so he's going to have a little while before he hits a power spike, KiWiKaKi, but Hunter still hasn't sent a Wisp, a Treant, an Archer, a Dryad, his Panda, nothing over that expansion. But I think it could be credited to Kiwi, because Kiwi's been pressuring so much. This is similar to what we see players like Lin do against humans so often, just run at their opponent while expanding and say, I'm not going to allow you to creep. I'm not going to allow myself to creep by pressuring either, but you're definitely not going to be able to stop my expansion. That's something Kiwi's been doing really well. He's been taking losses, but the losses he's been taking has not been economic so far.
Oh, trying to go for the Farseer here. Once again made it to the shop. Invoke Potion, Heal Scroll, and Tangle. Focus Fire, but the Shaman are there to purge. Panda has to hard carry and get into great position. Wisps are coming in, getting stomped, getting focused. Oh no, big losses. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, but easily countered by Heal Scroll.
Yeah, that's the 3rd heal scroll so far, but it's managed to save so many units. The Torn Chieftain out of mana, but still has level 2 aura. Is the staff there? No, apparently not, because of the purge over top, and Hunter really just kind of holding on to a thread here, because soon enough there's going to be tier 3, soon enough there's going to be even bigger of a supply advantage, and Hunter has yet to really win a decisive fight.
What can he do from here on out? Like, he has to win the fights, but he can't at the moment. He has to tear down this expansion, but that one's fortified, and Kiwi knows it's his win condition, so he will take care of this. And also, Hunter's not really close to any game-deciding levels. Like,
yeah,
it's weird.
Yeah, if he could get Panda level 5, for sure, that'd be great. But right now, he's creeping with the Keeper. And, level 4 Keeper is no better than level 1 Keeper at this stage, really, except for maybe a little bit more auto-attack damage. That's a nice item. That can help. And Aura is always good against the kiting Orc army. So this could be close to Panda 4, and then maybe he can go over to the Scorpion camp and get close to that level 5. Because if there's no heal scrolls, only one shop on Northern Isles, and Kiwi's been doing a good job of grabbing them. But if Hunter can steal away the heal scrolls, get Panda 5, take a big fight, that's a long list of things he needs to do, but he could have a shot at that.
Look at this beautiful concave by KiWiKaKi. Yeah. Fills the entire screen on my zoom level. That's a lot of damage, and he has arrived on tier 3, goes for the Berserker upgrade, goes for the Bloodlust upgrade. I think that is the Ra debut here for DreamHack Winter.
I'm surprised we haven't seen it yet, but it may just be. This is going to be a whole lot of damage. A second attack upgrade could be very valuable as well, maybe even a Shredder. Kiwi only has 3 peons currently. Okay, he's got 3 as expansion as well. 6 on lumber. Might end up being enough, but you definitely want +3 attack. Okay, Hunter finally finds the expansion, Neo. Okay, well, here we go. What damage can he do?
Well, with the Breath of Fire, quite a bit. KiWiKaKi has a Town Portal. Here we go. Invo Potion on the ground. That's a little bit of a whoopsie. Takes 325 gold off of his opponent, and Hunter decides to take this fight. I'm not too sure if that's the wisest decision he's ever made. Level 5, Torrent Chieftain comes in with the Stomp, Epicenter, Lightning Shield on top, and Chain Lightning on top of that. And the Breath of Fires are not the greatest I've ever seen, so this is looking very, very good for KiWiKaKi.
Yeah, the Stomps have definitely been better than the Breath so far. There's no more heal scrolls for Kiwi, but there's also no more bears for Hunter. Staff out on one of them, but the Panda has to back away. No counter expansion for Hunter either, so, he maybe could build one at the red, but now the Panda's being focused. There's no Town Portal, Staff is on cooldown. The Torn Chieftain comes in, but doesn't have another Stomp, but Dryads against Berserkers, not the greatest of matchups, and this is just a huge supply advantage now for Kiwi.
And again, KiWiKaKi gets the heal scroll and the first map win, because that is game, everybody. Map 1 to KiWiKaKi. And I wonder what OC Drummer has to say about this game sitting on the bench the entire time. What are your observations from map 1, brother?
I'm just glad I got my channel points refunded just in time right before that match started. But KiWiKaKi came out really strong, really good early game. Didn't get a lot of early units killed due to Entangle. Also, his Expo not being scouted until the 11th hour was really nice. But really, at the end of the day, I was surprised to see KiWiKaKi get Berserker upgrades so late, but he clearly didn't need it. And once he got it, it was just game over from there.
And Hunter, I know, like, it's tempting to go Bears because they are pretty good, but the timings didn't work out at all. And for once, we're not talking about Kiwi, Carson. It was Hunter's timings that didn't really work.
Yeah, a lot of the success we've seen from Hunter in the past against Kiwi has been, regardless of the opening hero, it could be Demon Hunter or Keeper, but a lot more pressure. It was KiWiKaKi through that entire game being the one that was aggressive, even from the first couple of creep camps he ran across the map. So I'd like to see Hunter be more aggressive. He invested into a lot of archers and didn't do much with it. Like OC pointed out, the entangles were not the greatest, aside from that one grunt he got in the early game. I'd like to see Hunter be more aggressive. Don't give Kiwi the space to get a big mass. Of course, don't give him the space to get an expansion up for free like that. Be more aggressive, stay on tier 2 longer, maybe even something like a Naga second, and of course, a lot of archers behind it. That's where he's been successful in the past.
Carson, I know you're a very good orc, but it's not your time to play. Open up the player slot, and yeah.
Hunter said ready though. He was ready for me.
Yeah,
Let's
of course
Hunter.
he would like to play you. It's a little bit easier there, I guess. We see Hitman in chat saying an unexpected but not unwelcome result.
True. Yeah, I think Hitman's been pretty confident in his Orc mirror recently, especially against Farseer build orders. In the past, when he's played Kiwi, he used to play Raider Walker. When nowadays the Grunt Shaman style that every Orc is playing against the Farseer is a lot more reliable. So he's probably feeling pretty confident with Kiwi being in the lead now.
All right, our next map is Tide Hunters. OC Drummer, final thoughts before match points for Kiwi.
Hunter really has to improve his early game, also increase his scouting capabilities. Keep an eye on KiWiKaKi because KiWiKaKi's looking really good. He's in shape, and he's looking to take this 2-0.
All right, then. Maybe this was just a warm-up game. You know, Hunter coming straight from work, maybe needs to get the fingers moving, needs to get into the groove, and then make this a little bit tougher for KiWiKaKi, because if we're honest, game 1 was pretty much a walk in the park, and I want to see a little bit of a more competitive series here to close out the first round of Group A. Let's get it on. Kiwi versus Hunter. There we go. We got KiWiKaKi in the yellow upper left-hand side and Hunter in Peruvian red, I guess. Well, both flags have the same color, so it doesn't really matter. In the bottom right-hand side. So, is it a keeper? Is it again the tech? And what KiWiKaKi strategy will we see this time? Is it? It looks like pretty much the same on both sides, right? Farseer grunt opener, and on the other side, keeper archer opener.
Yeah, it's probably going to be, you know, what's not broken, you don't have to fix. I suppose on the side of KiWiKaKi, he could stick around with that expansion, that grunt opener into the headhunters, into the Tauren Chieftain. For Hunter, I think he should be searching for some solutions. He's got a lot of experience. He knows what he's supposed to do. He needs to make adjustments, but I suppose the adjustments are harder to come by than just saying, I need to make adjustments. But we'll see. We'll see. It's a good map for Farseer headhunters. It really is. For Farseer grunts, I suppose, not a lot worse. So he's definitely got his work cut out for him. But he can get Keeper level 3 quite early. Maybe that's what he needed. His experience was quite low. If he can get Keeper 3 early and then start pressuring, being the aggressor, maybe that could be the plan for Hunter.
Yeah, and then maybe hunt more grunts or headhunters or maybe even peons instead of wolves, because that really did nothing. We have a treant opener, but one of them is a little lazy and hides behind the other, doesn't really attack, so not the smoothest creeping for Hunter here.
Yeah, not the perfect choice of trees there, but nevertheless, he'll get the circlet. For Kiwi, it's going to be the standard double turtle creep, most likely. These give 100 experience even, these camps. So if you creep both of them, that's a quick level 2. That's quick chain lightning, but Hunter, aware of this, is going to try to snag away one of these turtles and get his own level 2. If he can get entangle, he could definitely find an early grunt kill again, because Kiwi is showing to be very aggressive with this first grunt.
Okay, and this time he's very, very right, because there is no early entangle, there is no level 2, that's only quote-unquote treants, and he's not creeping anywhere else, so needs to get some big last hits here to prevent the entangle, because otherwise... Oh, he got it! Oh man, this is heartbreaking for Hunter. Otherwise, this would have been an entangle and probably a dead grunt.
Yeah, that is a massive last hit for Kiwi there. Very well done. He's been doing that last game and now this game as well, starting off pretty strong. That's really well done. And level 2 chain lightning, not quite disaster territory yet, but it's definitely rough for Hunter. How do you find the level 2 now? You got to go to your Murlocs to the left of your base.
This is supposed to be the other way around. Like this, that the Farseer gets both creeps there. It's kind of unacceptable, to be honest. And it's no ping advantage or anything. It's perfect conditions here.
Yeah, that was not the most difficult last hit to get either. He had 3 treants, I believe, surrounding. He had the keeper with the circlet. He could have maybe played a little bit better around it. And okay, Hunter's going to start going for the Huntresses now, which of course will be good against the grunts. It's a standard play early, but with the dust now, with the archer getting ensnared again, these creeps do not like the archers today. He's going to kill the first unit of Hunter, which is really unfortunate because he needs to get creeping. Maybe a surround. This is going to be a difficult surround, though. Close to impossible with the positioning of the wolves. Nice little anti-surround there from Kiwi.
Not bad indeed. Gets out of a precarious situation pretty much immediately. But it's nice to see that Hunter is switching it up. His tier 3 didn't work, so if one extreme, the fast tech, doesn't work, then let's stay on a tier 1 unit. Mass them hunts. But for that, you kind of need an expansion.
Yeah, he may be looking to expand soon. I'm surprised, actually, he hasn't put one up yet, because he could definitely pressure quite easily with these Huntresses if there is no Shadowhunter second, and there's only a couple of Headhunters, and Huntresses, actually, in small numbers, are quite good against Headhunters. They both counter each other in a way, but Huntresses have the movement speed advantage, and of course, that bouncing glaive, which is always nice. So Hunter could expand, he could pressure, he does still need to creep out his expansion, but I think that wouldn't be a bad course of action. But at least now he's the one being aggressive. He's going across the map. We'll see what he can get done.
I'm afraid not too much, because Kiwi is very, very ready. At least he can't do any damage in the base. There's too many headhunters. There's grunts. The rest of the army is in position. So trying to steal the Murloc away, but so far Kiwi's last hits were pretty good. Got this one. Item as well, getting closer to level 3, but it's still pretty far away.
Yeah, surprised to see no chain lightning there from Kiwi. He definitely could have secured that last hit, but he will probably get this huntsman. Oh, Kiwi does not want to kill the creeps right now, and one headhunter is probably going to fall to this entangle. The Huntresses are going to find that. No deny there. So Hunter finally gets an exchange kill, but now he's sort of in no man's land. What are you supposed to creep? He can't push into the base because of the burrows and the position of the army, and he can't really creep with only 4 Huntresses right now. So what do? Do you just sort of keep running at your opponent? I suppose that's the plan for Hunter.
He's going Demon Hunter, Lore, Tier 3. I have officially no idea anymore what this strategy is for Hunter.
The mana burn will be good later on if he can get level 3. Of course, getting the Panda level 3 was difficult, to say the least, for Hunter last game. But if he can get the Demon 3, can be very strong against not only the heroes, the Farseer and the Tauren Chieftain, I assume a Tauren Chieftain, but also the Shamans, so that the Keeper can finally find some value into the late game. So Demon Hunter is not a unexpected or bad choice. It's not going to be the carry that the Panda might have been, but it will be nice for the mana burn. But 300 mana on the Farseer, it's going to take a whole lot of burns to get rid of that pool.
Yeah, speaking of heroes and all, right, Carson?
Yeah.
Where's the second hero for KiWiKaKi?
Is he? I mean, he has played solo Farseer in the past. He's done that, but especially now seeing the Demon Hunter, you want there to be multiple targets to burn. So I'd be surprised. Maybe even an Alchemist is what Kiwi's looking to get at level 3. But yeah, solo Farseer, although not unheard of, would maybe not be the best. Ooh, pulling peons for the tower rush. Okay, probably an Alchemist here then, or maybe a Naga.
Always fascinating to see Kiwi games. But, okay, are the boys coming with them? Yep. It's so weird. This is, you don't see this anywhere else but in the Americas, baby.
Yeah, the very cool thing about this strategy from Kiwi is it looks the same as the last game. Only the last game he did the passive approach. He expanded. Whereas this game, now he's pulling 3 peons with the same army, just no second hero, and just tower rushing. So Hunter has no way to be prepared for both styles. They take the exact opposite counter in a way. And here come the towers. And still a solo Farseer. I suppose he just wanted more army and just more towers behind this.
Okay. You can pull back a little, go to the tavern, you know, the bar is pretty close to this position. And we got towers coming up. On the other side, an AP helping with this, an Engine of War as well. No Nature's Blessing, unfortunately. But we have tier 3 ready, plus a shop up. Bears are coming in soon. Still lacking that level 3, man. Unbelievable. But okay. Kiwi looks like he's very confident about this. Bye-bye, Engine Protector.
He just uprooted the Ancient Protector. He just uprooted it, Neo. He just uprooted it in the face of the entire Orc army, and now he loses it. That's his main source of defense. The bear, that's his main source of healing. The slippers on the Keeper, that's the main source of the damage for the Demon Hunter. Hunter's falling apart here.
Yeah, you know, we hyped Hunter up as a little bit of a threat to Hitman.
Yeah.
I want to apologize for those statements.
I think that's fair to say, and Kiwi's even creeping right now. Yesterday, we saw Hitman on this map against Doc put up a tiny Great Hall in the face of a push, and now Kiwi, as he's pushing, is just going to start creeping the whole map. Why not? Gets a crystal ball, or Hunter does, but that's going to be about as useless as any item can be at this stage.
Well, maybe it shows him the future. And it's not a bright one, I can tell you that much.
Okay, the orb, I like the spreading of the damage. Hunter's doing that quite well. He's getting one attack on every unit as much as he can. And over time, of course, there's no heal scroll. That got stolen earlier. So over time, this will do quite a bit. But the Demolisher over time is going to kill the entire base.
Yep, you like the spreading of the poison. I like the spreading of the towers. 3 in the north, now creating another concave here, reinforced defenses. Yeah, good luck moving out against that with 1 bear, 2 hunts.
Yeah, Kiwi looking very well prepared. Very well prepared. His last style on Northern Isles seemed thought out well, and this style as well is just working really well. The tower rush is like not expected at all. Nope. Who would have thought he was just going to tower rush a game 2 with a solo Farseer? I mean, if it works, it works, and it's definitely working.
Very, very wise words, Carson. That is 100% true. Yeah, I mean, if you tell your friends tomorrow, well, guys, I saw a solo Farseer tower rushing a Night Elf, they will probably say, yeah, of course, it's just every other KiWiKaKi game.
True. Yeah, he's the only person I've seen go for a solo Orc hero before, short of maybe a Tauren Chieftain. Okay, KiWiKaKi going in for a big push. 3 bears is something to be feared. That's why we're seeing the speed scroll away. Kiwi has to be careful to not overextend and then leave the towers exposed. But the Moonwells have been supply blocking Hunter. He's stuck at 38 for now. But Kiwi backing away. He wants to heal up. That's that Orb of Venom coming into play now.
Yep. And he is doing damage to a tower. Kiwi steps back a bit, gets a potion, gets some healing. 4.5 already, while the Keeper, 11 minutes in, is still struggling with the level 3.
Oh yeah, the Demon Hunter, 133 experience. That's almost as much as you get from that one turtle camp I was pointing out earlier. Okay, there's the level 3. Chain Lightning is good as well. Kiwi pressing forward with so many +2 headhunters. Entangle, Hero Focus, that's maybe an option. If he can force the Town Portal, of course, the towers would go down. But Kiwi gets out. He does use the Mana Pot as well, but that only means Mana Burns as well. Not quite. 1 more Mana Burn. This Farseer might be falling. The Bears are trying to get some kills as well. Maybe a potion. There is a potion, of course. Nice shot positioning from Kiwi. And a lot of bears are falling in the back. Or just 2, I think.
40 supply only against 30. That now, shoes on the other foot. Demon Hunter has to run, but Kiwi has a scroll of healing. Hunter turns around. Suicidal Demon Hunter feeds the level 5. Yeah, that's a deserved ending for you. Chop is down as well, so no more reinforcements. The bears are trying to hold on. But Hunter, as he's facing the lower bracket, there's not much left but desperation.
Yeah, the level 3 wolves are so good, not just for the damage, but for the blocking, for the, well, not that you need scouting here, but yeah, they're going to be surrounding this keeper now. No way out. The wisps get pulled to try to do something, but they don't do damage, if I'm remembering correct, and the keeper's going to fall, and Kiwi is going forward 2-0, it's looking like. He's taking some losses, but, you know, he's still got a towers, he's still got a demolisher. Both heroes are dead.
Oh, don't call the game too early, Carson. Twitch chat is gonna be mad at you.
True.
And YouTube comments. Oh boy, do I love these YouTube comments.
I've made that mistake before. People still call me out for games I casted 2 years ago.
Phoenix, eh?
Ah, yes, still has a chance.
Well, maybe he does. We killed some towers here. There's still 3 bears, but there is the game. Yep. There's a little bit of fist bump, and KiWiKaKi with a clean 2-0 is gonna face Hitman in the winner bracket final.